Hey, gorgeous, and welcome to episode 6 of the Gorgeous and Graceful Life podcast. I am Annie, your host, and I'm glad you tuned in today. So here we are, just a few days away from the lovely Valentine's Day, which is the holiday that women either love, like, or they just leave it alone. As I mentioned in my welcome episode, this podcast is for women in all seasons of this gorgeous life. And I just want to remind you that in this life, no matter what it looks like in this moment, this is your real life fairy tale. But whenever we approach Valentine's Day, it's only natural to think about love and our ideal Prince Charming. Have we found him? Are we still looking for him? Is your Prince Charming in a different condition than before? Are you questioning the Prince Charming you were blessed with? Are you on your second or third Prince Charming? Or hey, has your Prince Charming moved and his address is now heaven? No matter what stage you are in this real life fairy tale, I just wanted to send you all a lot of love today and encourage you in this episode with what I call Fairytale Faithfulness. Now, my all-time favorite fairy tale is Cinderella. And the reason I love Cinderella is that Cinderella is a perfect example and a reminder that you can be treated very poorly in any situation, and God, or in her case, a fairy godmother, can show up and bless your life in ways you never believed was even possible. And that is why I want to dive in today into this fairy tale faithfulness. Now, number one, fairy tale faithfulness includes having a faithful attitude. Have you noticed in every fairy tale, the main character maintains a hopeful, a faithful, and positive attitude throughout the entire story? They experience unfairness, dishonesty, betrayal, isolation, and some strict family traditions, and yet they still remain positive and faithful. So I wanted to inspire you to keep a faithful attitude this week because you can still be blessed wonderfully despite your circumstances. And your blessing may come in the form of a person, place, or in the most surprising way. So friend, prepare to be amazed. Number two, fairy tale faithfulness is believing that something better is possible when it seems impossible. In the 1950 version of the Cinderella movie, there she sat in the garden crying in her ripped dress and without a Uber/horse and carriage to get her to the ball. Yet, in that impossible moment, she was blessed with a better dress, impeccable hair and makeup, glass slippers, and a sparkly horse and carriage to get her where she needed to go. And she didn't question what she received or if she deserved it. She believed and she had faith in the miracle that was happening right in front of her. So keep believing that anything is possible. Hebrews 11:6 says, "But without faith, it is impossible to please God." Friend, don't you want God to be pleased with you? I know I do. So remain faithful and hopeful that anything is possible. Remember, our God is not bound by human limitations. Number three, fairy tale faithfulness is remembering what you already have that God has already blessed you with. In that same 1950s version of Cinderella, towards the end of the movie, the glass slipper that they were using to find the mysterious maiden for the prince was shattered into a million pieces. However, Cinderella was unbothered. Why? Because she knew what she had. She had the other matching glass slipper. Friend, at this very moment, you have God. You have His love, His peace, His kindness, His gentleness, His strength, His grace, and much more. And it's free. So imagine what else is in store for you if you just remain faithful. Side note, if you have a Prince Charming that sits on the couch and doesn't do much, remember, God blessed you with him and that couch that somebody else is praying for now. And if he can still move the couch for you, friend, you are super blessed. Finally, number four, Fairytale faithfulness is being ready to say yes when grace shows up in your gorgeous life. In our real life fairy tales, we as women, we manage careers, relationships, children, schedules, transportation, meals, health, goals, decisions, stress, and much more. We also experience a lot of changes each and every day. In the middle of all that, there are moments where love, help, or grace will just show up. And having fairytale faithfulness means being ready to accept it and embrace it because it's yours and because you deserve it. Even if you have been waiting a very long time, or if you are almost fresh out of hope, this is the full circle trust moment between you and God, where you know that He does what He says He will do. So don't dismiss a miracle. Don't say no to the offered help. And don't you dare cancel that first date. Say yes to these gorgeous and graceful moments in your real life fairy tale. So before I go, I want to leave you with your weekly gorgeous and graceful life challenge. This week, you're going to do two things. First, you are going to read or watch your favorite fairy tale. Then you are going to get out a piece of paper or a Post-it note, and you are going to write down these words. Here we go. God is already delivering my happily ever after. You are going to put that paper or Post-it note in your purse this week. If at any moment you feel like you are losing faith, you are going to whip it out and read it aloud to yourself to remind you to keep your faithful attitude. Believe that the impossible is possible, to remember what you have, and to say yes when grace shows up for you. Remember, God's got you, always has, and He always will. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Share it with a friend you know so that we can walk this gorgeous and graceful life together. Until next time, live gorgeously, walk gracefully, and joy will find you.